Hey, welcome everybody. It's just about run day, and I hope that you're excited. The St. Jude run is literally my favorite day of the year. This video is primarily for new runners, so that you can know what to expect and be thoroughly prepared for run day. First thing is just a quick reminder that there's $1,000 minimum fundraising requirement to participate on Run Day. If you think you're going to have trouble making it to that 1,000, please let me know right away. There are things that I can do to help if I'm aware of it. Also, it's $1,000 minimum, but we encourage people to continue going past that. I myself am a firm believer in reminder emails the final week. It always brings in additional money. Plus, run day, there's a lot of infectious energy. There's a lot of stuff out there on social media, so I encourage people to send out last minute posts and videos and things like that during the run itself to bring in some additional late fun. All right, we ask that you show up around 7 o'clock on run morning at the Woodford County Courthouse. When you arrive, there will be buses lined up in front of the courthouse. We do not have assigned seats or assigned buses. When you show up, you can put your stuff on the bus. We'll have a table set up where you can check in with our volunteers, turn in any money that you have not yet deposited. We'll have a few odds and ends, tattoos and things of that nature laid out for you to do so you can arrive, get settled, get checked in. At 7:30, we will gather on the courthouse steps for a photo. We've got some guest speakers, including a patient family that I'm really looking forward to hearing from, and then we will start running at 8 o'clock sharp. This is a quick little visual just in case you don't happen to be from Eureka and you don't know. This is the main intersection in town, Route 117 and 24. The courthouse is on the northeast corner. The buses will be lined up right here on the west side of the courthouse when you arrive, and all of the check-in activities and such that I explained will be on the courthouse lawn here. Um, the United Methodist Church, which is 1 block west and 1 block north of the courthouse, has given us permission to park our vehicles in their lots all day and overnight if need be. There is a lot on the north side of the church. There's also a lot across the street on the south side. And they've allowed us to open up the building and have it available for restrooms as well. And then also the church building is our contingency plan. If it storms that morning, we've only had to do that once. Doesn't look like by the early forecast this is going to be the second time, but that is the contingency plan. Okay, so the run itself. Our route is 26.5 miles. It's split into 15 legs, varying between 1 and 3 miles. Once we take off running, we'll have a police escort out in front, run group behind it, chase vehicle behind us. The chase vehicle is a minivan with speakers mounted on the top that plays music all day long. It is also there so that if you're in the middle of a leg and you get sick or hurt or hot or tired or whatever, you can hop in the van and catch a ride to the next stop. I mentioned the charter buses that will be there when you arrive. Those charter buses are with us all day long. They go from one leg to the next. So, as a running group, when we finish a leg, the buses are there waiting for us. We take a 5 minute break and then we start the next leg. You can choose to get on or off the bus anytime you would like. And in that way, you can run as much or as little as you wish. We don't assign legs. You don't have to sign up for them in advance. You can just decide in real time what you'd like to do. We have people who run the entire route each year. We have people who run 2 miles. Entirely up to you. We will stop for lunch in Washington. The lunch is provided by Breakers Market. A lot of people like to invite friends and family to that stop because it's a great place for people to kind of root us on as we come in. They can hang out over the lunchtime. The lunch itself is just provided for runners and volunteers. There's not enough food to go around for all friends and family, but by all means, invite them to come and hang out with us. We will also have snacks all day long. There's bananas, granola bars, snack bars, fresh fruit, water, Gatorade, more than enough for everybody all day long. If there is something in particular other than that that you would like to have, by all means, feel free to bring it. But we will provide ample snacks and drinks for the day. A few critical rules that I'd like to go over. The first one is we require reflective vests be worn by everyone anytime you're outside of a vehicle. I myself just put mine on before we start running and leave it on all day long. That's the simplest. It's a safety measure, of course, but it's also part of our insurance contract. And in this day and age, people are posting photos and videos all day long, and we can't have people from our run posted to the internet not wearing a vest. It could change our insurance premiums, which means the hospital gets less money. So that's not what we're looking for. Um, we are out on the road. It's not a closed course or anything, so there's cars around us. We want to stay in behind the chase vehicle and in the right-hand side of the street, and not get all stretched out. If I mentioned the chase vehicle before, but if you need to use the chase vehicle, please climb in and then just stay in there until the next stop. We don't want people trying to get in and out within a single leg. Um, so if you do need to use it, no problem, but then just stay in there until the next stop. Um, no earbuds are allowed. We need you to be able to hear what's going on around you, but again, we're playing music all day anyway. No alcohol is allowed out on the course, so that would be in the bus or the van or while you're running or in the parking lot or anything like that once we arrive. Now, once we go inside the Civic Center, and more on that later, but there's a beer garden, everything's provided, it's free, and that's fine. But while we're in the parking lot or out on the run, no alcohol is allowed. And the last thing is, and I'll talk more about this later, but there's a runners parade where all the teams line up and we're televised running into the Civic Center at the end of the day. And children are not allowed to run in with us. It's a safety hazard. There was someone trampled years ago, and we don't want that to happen. So families and children are absolutely encouraged to come and join us at the post party. It's a lot of fun, but they can't run in with us. Uh, Dehydration, I won't read this slide to you or anything like that, but the idea here is just, it's an August all day run. And so next to cars, I've always considered dehydration and heat illness to be the biggest risk factor that we have. So please just bear that in mind throughout the day. Monitor yourself, monitor the people around you. If you see someone struggling, if you see somebody out of it, just please say something to them or to me or one of the volunteers. We've never had a serious issue with this yet, and I don't want to start this year. Okay, a few quick tips in general for what to bring on run day. Extra clothes and shoes. I like to bring several running outfits. I usually change my outfit completely at lunchtime. I like to be able to put on a couple clean shirts throughout the day. I bring a second pair of shoes. A lot of times I'll change halfway through the day. If we do get some rain, it's nice to have another pair of shoes so you don't have to get stuck running in wet shoes for half a day. Bring a couple of towels if you would. Bring one to cover the seat with. So Peoria Charter Coach provides their entire fleet, every single bus they have, to the St. Jude runs for the entire day every year, and they do it at a loss because they believe in the mission, and we appreciate it. So we don't want to thank them by getting their seats all sweaty. So if you bring a towel and cover it, that would be great. You'll want sunscreen, chapstick, that kind of thing, some Advil. Um, some sort of an anti-chafing product, Body Glide, Two Toms Vaseline. There's a company called Two Toms. They have a product called Sport Shield that I personally swear by. I don't own stock or anything, but I do recommend that one above all others. If you're looking for something, you'll want visor, sunglasses, that kind of thing. And then talk more about this later, but when we finish, there'll be a chance to get cleaned up and showered. So you'll want to bring supplies for that as well. Here's a quick peek at our route. I'm going to go through this in detail. It's available. The email that this came in links to an interactive version of this. It's on our website. It's on other emails that I've sent. These are the Eureka miles. These are particularly fun. We run around town for a little while for 45 miles before we leave. And we have our route marked all week long, so we get pretty good support. Those are fun miles. Here's our entire route. If you have any questions about anything with the route, please feel free to reach out. This is the route description sheet, which again, it's attached to the email that this came in. It's also on our website. I've sent it out a few times, but this is a helpful sheet for you and for anybody who wants to come and watch. It tells you exactly where we will be and when. It's color coded here. The green legs are flat. The yellow ones have significant hills. The two red ones are our designated fast legs. We ask that if you run those two legs, you're comfortable running 9-minute miles. All of the other legs throughout the day will spend running at like a 12 to 13-mile pace. We will slow down for our slowest runner if need be. Everybody who raises money and comes out deserves to get to run. We want you to be able to do that and have fun. We do, though, have to stay on schedule too, so there's a little bit of a balance that we have to strike. So we can run 12, 13-minute miles most of the day. If somebody really struggles to keep up with that, we might ask you to get in the chase vehicle at times so that we can stay on schedule. But we try to make sure that everybody gets to participate and everybody gets to have fun. Again, on this sheet, also there's to show you how long each leg is, what type of music we'll be playing for each leg. So this is a good reference sheet, and we'll have a couple of large copies of this posted inside the vehicles also on run day, along with a stack of these that you can use throughout the run. Two things I want to call out really quickly for the route. On leg 10, there's a little spot here in Washington where we've left the Kroger parking lot and we want to go down Centennial Drive. But I don't want us going through this busy intersection right here. And so there's a little sidewalk that parallels the road and then cuts back behind the greenhouse and goes over to Centennial. So we take that. And the only reason I call this out is this is the one spot on the whole route where we will not have vehicle support briefly. It's probably all 4 or 5 minutes. But our chase vehicle and our police escort can't drive on that sidewalk, of course. And so once we turn on the sidewalk, they split off, drive down, and then meet us back over here on Centennial. So for just a few minutes, we don't have our vehicle support. The one other nuance I'd like to point out on this one, so our second to last leg 14, we come down Fond du Lac Road and we run across the Fond du Lac Bridge, the interstate overpass there. And it's kind of a neat spot. We always stop and take a group photo, and people generally like to take that photo. I found that most people like to be involved in that. However, this leg can turn into a little bit of a slog. It's long, it's late in the day, it's hot. We go all the way down Camp Street. And so what was happening was we had lots of people who wanted to do the photo, but then they didn't want to run that whole leg, and then the chase vehicle would overflow. And so what we've done in recent years is we have the bus stop down here in this Bob Evans parking lot. And so if you want to run the first part of the leg and be in the photo, but you don't want to run all the way down Camp Street, then this is for you. You can take the photo, get to the bottom of the hill. The, the police escort, the run group, and the chase vehicle will continue running. We won't stop at all. We're gonna roll right on through and go. Anybody that wants to get out, though, can just break off, go into the parking lot, on the bus. Okay, once we get to the Civic Center, so we'll get in about 3:30. And I know, especially for first-time runners, this can be just a little bit chaotic. It's great, it's a highlight, it's something that you're going to enjoy, but it could be just a little crazy too. We come in, there are lots of people cheering, there's lots of other cities down there, there's banners, there's a water station, they're handing out free Chick-fil-A sandwiches. Um, it's pretty great. But the buses don't stay with us after that. So once we get there, get a drink, get a sandwich, enjoy the moment, but then we need to go over and get all of our stuff off the bus. The buses leave, and then we have about an hour to get cleaned up and changed and lined up for that runner's parade. So we have some changing tents available in the parking lot with shower wipes. That's an option. The runs overall provide a shower shuttle over to the Riverplex where there's shower facilities. You can do that. If you have friends or family in Peoria, you want to go to their house and come back, you're welcome to do that. But the idea is you've got an hour plus perhaps to get cleaned up, showered, changed. This is when we put on our matching Eureka team t-shirts. We don't run in those during the days. We change into that when we get to the Civic Center. And then the every city lines up and has the televised thing coming in. Once we come into the Civic Center, and coming in is an absolute highlight. This is something that you will not forget. You absolutely want to participate in. Once we come inside, we get into the building. They've got these like photo stages set up. We'll take a group photo, and then at that point, you're free to do whatever you want. People kind of spread out at that point. There's a dinner catered by Avani's. There's a beer guard. The telethon is going on live right in front of you. You can go over and watch that if you'd like to. There's a merchandise store. I will tell you, all of the good stuff will sell out in your size almost immediately. So if there's something you want, buy it right away. Don't think that you're going to go back later in the night and get it. It will be gone. Um, but enjoy the time. Everything's provided, everything's free. Friends and family are welcome. It's a fun atmosphere. You can talk to the people from all the other cities if you want to. A couple thousand people in this great big room. It's neat. Um, we'll be presenting our big check on live television as part of the telethon at 7:50. You can tell people in advance if they'd like to watch you on television. This part is optional. Not everybody stays for this, but this is a pretty good time for us. We almost always present after 9 o'clock, so 7:50 is a nice time slot for us, and I'm hoping that a lot of people will choose to stay and be on television. It's kind of a cool thing. Um, Now, because different people leave at different times, we don't have a bus or a shuttle that comes back to Eureka. So you're on your own to organize your own transportation back, whether that's friends or family. Some people will leave a car over there the night before. Uh, if you have any challenges logistically figuring out how to get back to town, let me know. I can match you up with somebody or I can bring you back myself. Just be forewarned, I usually stay till the bitter end, so if you ride with me, you stay late. Okay, I've mentioned these matching shirts a few times. So those are ready to be picked up now. They're on my front porch even as we speak. So 321 East Harrison Street. They're in bins on my porch. You're welcome to pick them up if you would like to have them ahead of time. You can also just wait and they'll be there when you check in at the courthouse to pick up also. Okay, so that's pretty much my whole spiel here. If you have questions or anything you want to talk about, please feel free to reach out. My email, and phone number are here on the screen for you. Our website is also a good source of a lot of information. If you haven't seen it already, there's a document out there called What to Expect on Run Day that recaps a lot of the stuff that I just went over, but is a static document that can be helpful. So you can reference that as well. Um, but otherwise, really excited to have you join us this year. I think you'll have a great experience, and above all else, just thank you so much for raising money and awareness to help the kids of St. Jude. We'll see you soon.